I was looking around the other day and I actually realized that all of the goals that I set for myself 2 or 3 years ago, I've basically achieved all of them. So in this video, I'm going to try and tell you some of the learning lessons that I've learned, because I've learned quite a few along the way. So without further ado, what I wanted to achieve, I wanted to look good again. I actually, around 17 or 18, I was pretty obsessed with the gym, but then life happened, university happened, I started drinking almost every single day at one point, and before I knew it, that body that I once had was gone. I stopped going to the gym, and I just really wanted that old body back. The next thing I really wanted to do is to make money online, and I didn't care how I did it. I remember looking up Upwork at one point. I wanted to become a freelance programmer, and I spent about 3 years trying to become one. Never went anywhere. But the whole thing behind that is that I hated having a boss. I just have a thing with authority where I don't like someone telling me what to do. So I just really didn't like having a 9-to-5 job. I remember being at the job and I just visualized my life there, working with everyone that was there, and it just wasn't a very good vision. I hated the sound of it. So I wanted to make some money online. The next thing I really wanted is, I've always watched YouTube. I've always loved watching YouTube. It was the social media that I was on the majority of the time. If I had some free time as a kid, usually it was YouTube that I'd go on. I felt at the time like I had nothing to offer. Like no one would watch me if I started YouTube. So to have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube would kind of prove to me that this wasn't the case, and if I wanted to do something, I can. The next thing I wanted to do is to move to Thailand, because I had never left Europe previously to that. I had lived in Poland for 4 years, then I moved to England, and basically my entire life was in Europe. I went on a few holidays here and there. All of them were less than a 3-hour flight away, so I really wanted to get out and about and explore. I also wanted to quit all of my vices. I basically wanted to become a person that didn't have any vices, because I had a fuck ton of vices at one point. I used to watch a ton of YouTube. I used to play games, loads. Porn was also a big issue. I used to bite my nails since I was 4 years old. I loved my food, hence I was quite fat. I basically had the whole lot. Anything you think of that wasn't, heroin, I basically did it. And all my vices, they were a major source of shame in my life, and I was just sick of feeling that shame. I wanted to become a new person and get rid of all of that. So this is everything I wanted to change in my life. So what did I eventually become? I finally got my body back, and I got my body back and way more actually. I finally have a body that I'm proud of, and it kind of just happened out of nowhere. I just kept going to the gym, and one day I realized, shit, I look pretty good. The picture on the left is me last week at the gym. The next one is me in Koh Samui, Thailand. I've finally moved to Thailand. I've been here for 2 months now. It's amazing. You should really aim to move out here, or at least come visit, because it's so different, especially if you've lived in the West your whole life. You should really give it a go. This picture here, I see numbers like this come into my bank account. I used to earn that in an entire year. That's just from 1 month, this number. It's unfathomable to me what's possible online now. It's absolutely insane, but I see numbers like that coming into my bank account, which is insane. And the next thing is, I have another channel, and on that channel, I actually managed to get 100,000 subscribers. I have the plaque. I don't have the picture. I would have put the picture here, but it's on my old phone. I got a new phone. Oh well, but I did get 100,000 subscribers. I have also quit every single vice that I used to have, seriously. And all of these pictures on the top, they may seem nice, but out of everything, quitting all my vices is what I'm most proud of. I don't play any games anymore. I don't watch porn anymore. I don't eat shit anymore, within reason. I still enjoy myself every once in a while. I'm no longer lazy. I actually get shit done, wake up and have a plan. I do things and I don't just sit around doing nothing. I don't drink alcohol. I haven't drank properly in about 2 years. I'll have a drink maybe once every 6 months, and if I do, it's very small. And I no longer bite my nails, which is amazing, because I used to do that shit subconsciously, and I used to have no idea how I was going to quit it, but I've stopped biting my nails as well. If you want videos on any of these topics, by the way, do let me know and I can make one dedicated specifically to it, because I know a lot about all of these topics now. Right, on to my learning lessons. The first thing I learnt is there is always a bigger mountain to climb. Like an ogre, people have layers. Don't be surprised if you achieve all of your dreams and then find yourself a little bit lost, because, you know, for the past 3 years, you have a direction. You know what you're working towards. Every day you wake up, you do the thing, you're getting better every single day, and then you realize, oh no, I have nothing to work towards now. What's next? I had a bit of mental turmoil. And what The Way of the Superior Man says, which is a book that's great, by the way, you should definitely give it a read. By the way, this is sparkling Lipton. If you're ever in Thailand, give it a try. Amazing drink. I basically didn't know what to do next, and what The Way of the Superior Man says is that we have layers of purpose as people. If you're masculine, you probably have layers of purpose, and I didn't realize at the time, but all of my goals, they were just one layer in my purpose as a man. And what The Way of the Superior Man says is that after you achieve that layer of purpose, there will be a period where you kind of try stuff out, you're not really sure what's going on, and that's exactly what I had until I just sat down recently and decided what the hell I wanted to do with my life. And that's why I made the last video, because I used that for myself. My new purpose is to use this channel to inspire others on their journey and to finally build a brand around me, who I am as a person, what I'm interested in, instead of having like a laser focused direction on one topic, because I'm interested in a lot of things. I'm not just game development. I also want to truly master myself. There's still some things like I'm not as productive as I want to be. When I go to the gym, I want to push past my pain more. Sometimes, you know, when a set gets too painful, I decide, I have 2 more reps, but I'm going to stop here, that's enough. I want to get rid of my fear and push past mental barriers more. I also want to build a strong network, because until now, sure, I have a business partner and I have a few good connections, but I haven't really focused on meeting successful people, and I want to try and do that more and more now. I want that to be a focus over the next few years. I no longer get in my own way, so it's full steam ahead. I'm not going to stop game dev, but mastering that is no longer my purpose. My purpose now is focusing on me, mastering myself, pushing past my pain, and meeting good people. Next. The second lesson is that the present moment is the only thing that we have. You might not realize it because you might be in a lot of pain right now in your current situation, but the process is the real reward. The small achievements during your day, like getting the workout complete and knowing that for the rest of your day you don't have to do that, getting that video out for that day, or whatever your tasks are, achieving those, the good feeling you get from that. Reaching a big goal, while it's nice, and it's nice to tell people, you know, I did this, I achieved this major thing, it's nice to do that, but those big goals don't feel as good as you think they do to achieve. As soon as you're on your true path that you want to actually be on and not trying to replicate someone else, and you're making progress every day, no matter how small that progress is, you've already won. Life doesn't get any better than that. Life doesn't get any better than waking up every day, getting shit done, and moving towards your goals. It's as good as it's ever going to get. Think about it. If you achieve something right now, you're happy. Whether that's 1 subscriber, 10 subscribers, 1 million subscribers, or becoming the most subscribed person on YouTube, all of that just makes you happy. There's no level 2 happy. It's all just, you know, there's only a certain amount of chemicals that your brain can release in response to things. There's no like feeling, the feeling that you're chasing, it doesn't exist. As long as you're moving forward, sure, your life situation might change, but your happiness will probably stay the same. This ties really well into another point in The Way of the Superior Man, which is to stop hoping for a completion of anything in life. You're always going to have more goals. So the only thing we can really focus on and find happiness in is the present moment. No matter how hard or easy the current present moment is, that's all we have. And moving towards your goals is the point. That's the whole point of it all. The third lesson is the people you meet make the biggest difference to your success. Connections are literally everything. And it's kind of funny because at the time, it doesn't even feel like that. Bro, it's not true. Make connections, seriously. Before I made any connections, when it was just me working on my grind, posting videos, making stuff, putting it out there, I was making $1,500 a month online. And that was before I met my business partner, Tuti. When I met him, I literally, the next month, I jumped to 4K a month. Literally because of him. And then, 1 year later, because of him, I crossed the 10K a month barrier. Do not underestimate the importance of connections. Do your best to try and meet people that are further along the path than you. You'd be surprised how big of a difference it makes. Next. Success is actually incredibly simple. All you need to do is to pick a path, and that path can be anything you want. And if you get up every day, do the thing that you need to do to be successful instead of procrastinating, regularly audit yourself, decide what's working, what isn't, journal about it, have some sort of regular check-in, and then adjust accordingly. If you never quit, despite no results for months, because it took me 8 months before I got my first subscriber on YouTube, round about there, 6 to 8 months. If you never quit, do the thing, and iteratively improve, it's literally a matter of time. Don't stress about it too much. As long as you're doing this, find your happiness in the moment, because there's a plan for you, and you have to let it unfold. Don't overthink anything. Just decide what you have to do, decide what the daily actions are to achieve that, and act. It's as simple as that. I'm literally no different to you. Realize that it's this simple. This is all you have to do. And you can have whatever life you want. Thanks for watching, bro. That's all my tips. Follow me on Instagram for some more value. At Brian Str. Couldn't get my name. Someone took it. Link in the description. See you next video, man.